After making the decision to go left, with the help of his companion, the traveler continued on, traversing the desert. Sights of animals hiding could be seen as he walked by. From rabbits to snakes, any animal he passed feared his presence and chose to run at a moment's notice. They reminded him of himself, a scared man hiding and running from one thing to the next.
This heat's starting to strip me down. I fear I've sweat a bathtub's worth of water. How much more daylight do we have left? We still got a few hours. Damn, could use some shade right about now. Look at you. You seem to handle the heat much better than I ever could. That gives me an idea. How about I call you Heath? Yeah, hot-headed Heath. Sounds perfect for you. Name's Fletcher, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Fletcher continued onward towards a destination that even he did not know. The desert began to transform from sand to rocks. Flat land soon turned to sprawling stone, lifting high into the sky while the path's once gentle nature began to move in conjunction with the surrounding stone.
Looks like the sun's gonna set soon. Best to start up the old nature repellent. Here looks like a good spot to settle for the night. A good rocky wall to our backs, and the only single path to worry about. This is a good place to keep an eye out on any nightly creatures prowling around. Let's set you here. Let me put a few sticks up in a bundle. Looks like it's a perfect time to use that match I found. There we are. Nice and warm. Truly, a fire is any creature's best friend. Let's have some rabbits. Here you go, Heath.
As the fire danced on, the darkness hovered just beyond its reach. The two travelers might as well have been on a raft in the middle of the ocean. Fletcher could hear, every once in a while, a coyote far off in the distance. The noise was more comforting than frightening, as the silence bothered Fletcher more than anything. It was uncomfortable, to say the least, as it drifted about, dredging up worries.
Heath, where am I going? I keep walking and running without any end. Something inside of me shouts out there needs to be more than just that. But it's all I seem to know. It's all I seem to remember. I'm afraid that's how it'll end for me. In fact, one of my oldest memories is of me running away. Dad would come home drunk most nights, angry he couldn't find any work. I'm sure it made him bitter that he could hardly fulfill his role as a man. I was always the first to stand up to him, and the first to get beat. I like to think I was able to tire him out before he would move on to my little brother and mother. I feel like any courage I had was squeezed out of me by my old man. I confronted Mom and told her that she should take us far away and leave him. She ignored me, of course, and continued on in life like nothing was wrong. I had enough. I couldn't take the beatings. I couldn't watch everyone continue on like things were normal. I packed up what I had and left. But before I walked out of that door, my brother said only 3 words to me. 3 haunting words. 3 words to gnaw at my soul to the end of my days. Please don't go. Well, that was a heavy load. Sorry to burden you with such a nasty subject. Let's change that. How's the rabbit tasting? Heath? Heath, what's wrong?
A creature Fletcher had been all too familiar with stood up top the adjacent rock. It sniffed the air as if to confirm it had found what it had been looking for. After finally tracking its prey, the monster turned to face the man and dog.
Stay back. Stay back. I don't want any trouble. All I have to do is get out of here. Gotta go as far as I can. Best to find a town if possible. I'm so sorry, Heath, but it's time we part ways. Damn it. Please forgive me.
The creature slowly approached Heath, who was stuck in place, too scared to flee. The creature's size engulfed the little dog. Its head was nearly the size of it. Then, like out of the scene from a horror movie, the creature widened its jaw, preparing to devour the tiny animal.
I had a change of heart. It's fair. Don't get used to it. Up you go. Now, let's get out of here.